guys, welcome back to my weekly diary vlog. I made myself like a set, so I'm like a real YouTuber. This was not as eventful of a week as the July 4th weekend was, but it was still pretty crazy. My niece had her first birthday party, so we went over to my sister-in-law's house and celebrated with friends and family. It was a great time. My sister-in-law has another niece who is probably like a year and a half older than my daughter and is just as spunky as my daughter. So my daughter tends to get overexcited and she often scares other children. She really is just an extroverted heart and like runs after children because she just wants to play with them and interact with them and, you know, talk to them in whatever way, whatever language that they have. She often intimidates and frightens other children. And I always feel so bad for her because, like, she just wants to interact. And other kids are like, no. You know, it's really hard when your kid is just so extroverted and other kids aren't. But it was really fun because my sister-in-law's other niece was also very extroverted and was thrilled to have my daughter to play with. And so it was really fun to see my daughter interact with a kid who like matched her energy and was equally like, let's go, let's play, let's talk, let's hug, let's do all of the things because we are busy toddlers. We have so much going on. So that was really fun. That was fun to see. My son is, gosh, he's getting so old. He's gonna be 1 next month. So I was walking around this birthday party for my niece and all I could think was like, oh my gosh, I have to do this in a month and my little boy is gonna be 1. He's not gonna be a little baby boy anymore. But he is getting so big. He is so close to walking. He's cruising on all of the surfaces. Last video I told you about how he was teething this tooth and it woke him up while we were at my aunt's lake house celebrating the July 4th weekend. Well, it turns out it's not 1 tooth that he was teething, it's 4 teeth. He was teething 4 teeth. So he's gotten 2 of them officially to pop through. It was this one and this one. And he's got 2 more that he's teething on the bottom that are so close. But then I was looking at his gums. I think he's got even more coming in because his gums are a mess. And I feel so bad for him. He's kind of being a champ about it though because he hasn't woken up crying since that night. And I mean, he's kind of fussy during the day, but for the most part, for someone who's probably in a decent amount of pain, he's doing a really good job of like keeping it in check. He's getting so big and he's doing so good starting to eat we do baby-led weaning, so he's been eating solids for a while now. Volume has increased tremendously and his appetite has increased tremendously. So it's been really fun to watch him hit some of these milestones. My other sister-in-law just gave birth to my brand new baby niece. And so I won't share a lot of those details because it's not my birth story, but I will say that after 19 hours of labor, mama and baby are healthy and doing fine. I got to meet her yesterday, my beautiful little niece, and she is so cute. And it's so crazy seeing how small they are and then looking at your kids and remembering like, oh my gosh, how were you this size? I mean, this kid's tiny, literally this big. So cute. Makes you reminisce very quickly. You're just kind of like, wow, time flies. When people say the time flies, they are not kidding. I think we're all finally back to normal after the holiday weekend. We're all finally back into our normal routines. I picked up rowing again this week. I do this thing where I get really into rowing because I actually do enjoy it, but for whatever reason, I get knocked off track and then it just takes me forever to get back into it. It's kind of like how I am with reading. Like, I am very mood-based, which is unfortunate because it makes it really hard to stick to anything. There are definitely periods in my life where I'm like, I really want to do this. But what I like about rowing is that it is a repetitive motion that I don't have to put a lot of thought into. Like, I can put on music and just listen to music and row. I can put on a show and just watch a TV show or like a YouTube channel or something and row. And once you figure out what that form is, you don't really have to think about it anymore. You've figured it out. What I don't like about working out is I don't like having to think, okay, well, what's the next workout going to be? Like, what do I have to do now? I've done these, I've done these, I've done these. Like, what else do I have to do? I don't like having to keep count because that just keeps me so focused on the fact that I'm working out, and I don't like that. I know some people, for whatever reason, feel that really zens them out. Like they like the focus of it. I feel like for working out for me, I either feel like I'm not accomplishing anything because it's too easy, or I feel like I'm dying. So I don't like workouts that I have to hyperfixate on how many am I doing, how many reps do I have to do I have to do a circuit, any of that stuff. I don't like it. I think that's one of the reasons why I have not enjoyed doing the kettlebell challenge. It's the 100 swings for 30 days because you're just sitting there and you're counting swings 100 times. I don't want to do that because all I can think to myself is, oh my God, I have 95 more swings left. It's not something that works with my mentality. I am much better at, let's just get on something and just, that's what you're doing for however long you're doing it. I usually set a timer so I don't even have to think about that. So I enjoy that aspect of working out. I also just never really figured out the form for kettlebell swings. So that was really unfortunate. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I'll keep my it's only a 5-pound kettlebell, so I'm sure that contributed to it, but I'm gonna keep it, mostly because I bought it probably 8 years ago, so it's not like I can return it. But I'm gonna try to figure out other exercises I can do besides the traditional swing so that I'm still using it, because I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I tried. I wanted to like it because everyone said that it was going to transform your body, and it didn't do that. But once again, I can't fully blame the kettlebell because it's only 5 pounds. I think you're supposed to do it with like a 25-pound kettlebell, but I had one and I wasn't gonna go buy another for something I wasn't sure I was gonna like. I'm cheap that way. That's just how I operate. I slowed down on reading a bit this week just because I had, other things going on. We were I said at the beginning of this video that it was kind of a slow week, and it really wasn't a slow week. We had a lot going on, but there was also a lot of just like hurry up and wait. I need to finish. My goal this next week is I'm going to finish Throne of Glass, my reread of Throne of Glass, and then that way I can move on with the rest of the series, because I also want to reread like Crescent City and just try to get back into the habit of reading in general. So it's still been really enjoyable. I forgot how much detail went into the first book. When I initially read it, did not like it that much, but I'm really enjoying it this time around. And I think it's just because when I first read the first book, I was expecting magic. Part of the plot of the first book is that there is no magic. And that's the plot for like a huge portion of the series. So I was like, what the hell is going on? I read books about fairies. Give me some fairies. And that took a long time for me to figure out what was going on with that. So I really enjoy it now because I'm not so stuck on... It was like the second book series I read after getting back into reading. And I started off by reading ACOTAR, which is like all fairies all the time. So I just was like, why isn't this more like ACOTAR? Anyway, that's my little nerd sesh about reading. I like fairy books. It's what I like. I also like other fantasy books, but something about Sarah J. Maas just does it for me. Oh, I should tell you, my husband and I had like a little date day. He took me to the driving range 2 years ago. That's crazy. 2 years ago, he bought me golf clubs for Christmas, but we had found out after he had purchased the clubs for me, not too long after, that I was pregnant with our son. So I haven't really been able to use the clubs. I've been trying to learn how to golf. I'm just not good at it, but I'm still trying. And so that was really fun. It was nice to be able to go to the golf course and like work on my form and getting better. My respect for golfers has skyrocketed because I don't understand how people do it. It is so hard. But I also just really enjoy it, and it's fun to be outside. Like, it's a nice sport where it's like a lot of effort, but like you're outside and you can kind of, when you golf, I've never actually played a round of golf. I've only ever tagged along with my husband. But from what I understand, I used to work at a golf course too. So from what I understand, you can kind of make it what you want to make it. If you want to make it fast-paced, you can. If you want to walk the whole time, you can. If you want to get boozy in a golf cart, you can. It's fun. It's just a recreational way to get some exercise and spend some time outside, and it's a good time. So I've enjoyed trying to figure out how to do it. My goals for next week is mostly trying not to fall out of the habit of working out because the kettlebell challenge will be over. So let me know if you think there's another fitness challenge I should do to replace that giant hole in my life that it's going to be leaving. Other than that, I'm just the same goals as usual. Reading, working out, kind of focusing on making sure that at the end of the day when the kids are in bed, my husband and I have some time together, but we also have time to work on our individual hobbies and interests so that we are both as healthy as we can be. It's important to work on yourself and make sure that you are good. And so continuing to do that because I want to be the best I can be for my family. Thank you so much for watching. I post every day on YouTube and TikTok. I'm on X and Instagram and Facebook and Substack, and I post long-form YouTube videos here every week. Oh, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I post.